So our three artists we have here tonight. First to stage right, or to your left, we have Sarah Morris. Ted. I just said it. Ted Hajnasiewicz. Ted Hajnasiewicz. Welcome, Ted Hajnasiewicz. Rhymes with Manischewitz. Yes. And then from St. Cloud, Cathie English. All three artists have played with the Hallberg Center for the Arts in the past. Also, this is because of the Hallberg Family Foundation. They are supporting the Songwriters series this year, as they have in past years. So special thanks to the Hallberg Family Foundation. So without further ado, Songwriters are around 27.
Okay, I wrote this in mid-May of 2020, and we, Ted and I and our friend Mark, were a part of a songwriting group on Facebook, and we were given this word. We get a word and we write a song about it. And the word was flourish, and if you remember May 2020, nobody felt like they were flourishing for nothing. It was the worst. So this prompt came out. This is like where it went. Spring came early this year, or came late, I can't tell. Oh, I hardly know what day it is anyway. You could hold a calendar in front of my face and press my finger to some square. Declare with confidence it's this one, maybe. But there's a weirdness and a wildness and a heaviness to every moment lately. And I feel a little comfort knowing you probably feel these same things too. So even if we're far apart, I can still be with you. The weeks are flying by, the hours are just limping along. My heart can't settle on a song to fit the mood I'm in, which is a restlessness like I've never known. I've paced each inch of my kitchen floor, though my door's unlocked and there's an open road if I had the inclination. And there's a bitterness, but a sweetness too, and a darkness and a light that finds me daily. And I feel a little comfort knowing you probably feel these same things too. So even if we're far apart, I can still be with you. And I'm not sleeping well, so I'm rarely awake, but I end each night with a prayer for strength and the wisdom to take this time, this space to root down. Trust one day we will bloom out again. And I feel a little comfort knowing you probably feel these same things too. So even if we're far apart, I can still feel a little comfort knowing you probably feel these same things too. So even if we're far apart, I can still be with you, be with you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you. I got two. Oh, I'm going to get hammered on water.
Are you driving?
I'm driving and I'm stopping at every rest stop on the way.
hello.
I love it. Hydration.
All right. My name is Ted Hajnasiewicz, just like it's spelled. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. I love doing these songwriter rounds. It's always a joy. And I get to do it with my new BFF, Cathie, and my old BFF, Sarah.
There you go.
Sarah and I have written some songs together and done a lot of recording, but everything has been in the pandemic. So we've never actually done a show together.
No.
And every time, maybe, and then nope, it doesn't happen. So we're going to do that today, the three of us. And I'm also excited. My sister is here.
Hi, Ted, sister.
Yeah, I'm going to do a song that I wrote. This is, most of the songs I'm doing are going to be one of these word prompt things. And the prompt we got was dank. And most of the people wrote about marijuana. I didn't, because I'm a responsible citizen, I think, or something like that. I'd like to think. But I did write, when I heard the word dank, I used to work with this dude, and he would come into our little cube farm area, and he was just the happiest guy, but he would just like, what are you doing? I'm just looking at dank memes. And I'm like, I always thought that was funny. I have no idea what a dank meme is. It's probably not appropriate for children, but I'd like to think it's funny, so I used it, dank memes about a happy life. And this song's all about, well, it's about me, because this is all about me. This is about me and my laziness and just liking to lounge and look at dank memes about a happy life. So this is called It's Fine. Don't have a jagged edge, more of a ragged edge. Won't find me on the ledge. Maybe I never left the bed and I'm fine. It's fine. Nothing's my thing to do, and I don't want no trouble from you, and I'm fine. It's fine. I'm always late for the party. Better never than late. This mystery that we started makes me hesitate. I'm fine. I must confess I have no drive. Dank memes about a happy life seem easier than going outside where I might actually wear a smile. I'm fine. It's fine. I'm always waiting for something, the other shoe to drop. This little war that we started makes me want to stop. There must be something to talk about, 'cause the weather hasn't changed much. I'm glad we don't all think out loud, 'cause sometimes I think a little rough. Oh, sometimes I think a little rough. I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you.
just sit and listen to them all night. Well, this song I wrote, I'm a little older than these guys. And when you start getting something in the mail from a group called AARP, they're telling you something. So I wrote this about what it's like being an old woman. That young girl still hides in me, the flawless spirit moving with ease. This old woman, wrinkled and lame, they're one and the same. One's eyes were fresh and all appeared new. Life will reach up and capture the view. Age makes no difference deep in your heart. The thrill is the same as from the start. If the call of the geese winding up overhead, warmth of a child nestled in bed, brilliant scent of new fallen snow, smile from the one that you might like to know. This veil of years, a smile to see that girl still blooming in me. So I linger on and then fade away. I'm thankful that young girl stayed. Thank you.
Wow, you can play guitar. Thank you. And I get ARP stuff too.
Do you?
Yeah, I actually started getting it when I turned 40. You know?
I get it too.
A
I've
long
gotten
time
it.
ago. That was a long time ago. I think I'm older than you think. I'm just extremely immature.
Well, okay.
I'm usually older. Yeah.
Not quite there. But no, you can get an ARP thing. This is a PSA. You can get an ARP thing in your 30s if you want. It's like the new AAA.
Can- They're getting you
AAA
warm
minus an
ready
A.
to go.
Add a Yep. Add it. Okay. Because this is like I have two songs that use this capo, so I'm just gonna do them back to back. I run every morning, and I run the same route every morning. This is just the kind of person I am. And it was like one thing, and then COVID happened, and then I was like, oh crap, now I can't even go anywhere except for this tiny little patch of woods that I run through every day. And once we got the prompt cards, and I was running through my woods singing at the trees, and I thought about how well I've gotten to know these trees, because there aren't that many of them. And how, for some people, they want their life to be this big, expansive thing, and how, what I keep learning is the joy of just really loving up on the same things you see over and over again. Like my little patch of woods and all the other things in my life. And so that's what this song is about. It's called All Mine. A hint of the grand design, a peek at the master plan, a whisper that the cards I need are already in my hand. A couple of neon signs shaped like an arrow saying right this way to the path I'm meant to travel. A bit of confirmation I belong where I am at. I could use some of that. Oh, I've been stumbling around a little blind, so I miss the forest every time. But I can tell you the secrets of a single pine. I get lost, but I don't mind, as long as the story I found is all mine. Thank you, Ted. Tonight I will repair what slowly come apart, and revel in the comfort of my quilted heart. Put some brand new strings on this old guitar and sing my way through another false start. If I'm lucky, the words will come out right, and phrases at once simple and sublime. And as long as they are true, I don't care if they rhyme. But wouldn't that be nice? Oh, I've been stumbling around a little blind, so I miss the forest every time. But I can tell you the secrets of a single pine. I get lost, but I don't mind, as long as the story I find is all mine. Miles and miles of the right, wrong turns, the lessons I've tried hard to learn. Each beautiful scar I've earned, all mine. Oh, I've been stumbling around a little blind, so I miss the forest every time. But I can tell you the secrets of a single pine. I get lost, but I don't mind, as long as the story I find is all mine. All mine. Thank you.
I wanted to hit the pedal so bad, but I wasn't
You
sure.
could've.
I wasn't 100% sure that it was on or off, and I didn't know if I hit it, if like everything would explode.
I
So
would've-
then I was like, is he on? I'm trying to do, but I've realized I don't know baseball signals.
I know.
So we're back here. He's giving me signals. I don't know what you're saying.
You did something that made me know.
I think it was probably because we were both like miming at each other, and I think we might have just cracked the code to something, and I don't even know
Whatever
what
it was, I was like, I kept thinking my guitar was quiet, but the thing is you all are being such beautiful human like listeners. It was so quiet that it wasn't bothering me enough. Like I wasn't like, where's my guitar enough, because I could hear it, you know, and that's because they're amazing.
It sounded nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It sounded nice. Yeah.
definitely.
Thanks for bearing with.
I made a year ago. We made this music video out on a frozen lake because that's what we do in the winter. And a friend of mine said, "I want to make a video, Ted, of you like representing one of your songs." But then we're in the middle of COVID. I had this idea that I want my wife in it, and I want us to like have this kind of romantic thing, but also really ridiculous. Because two things I like to do is write love songs and be stupid as hell. So let's just be really stupid. But then I'm like, I'm going to dress up like Charlie Chaplin. We're going to do this whole thing. And we're trying to figure out where to do this because it's so, you know, COVID-y. And we decided to do it on a frozen lake because there's a lot of open air out there. So we did, and it turned out really sweet. And this song is called Just for Show. Will you sing on it?
And then you won an award for it this past Sunday. Why were you going to leave that out?
Amazing.
I was kind of hoping you were going to say that. Thank you. That was teed it up, and she knocked it down. Sarah sang on that song too, so if you would just and she does this cool Mariah Carey-ish thing on it. So
I don't know that that's happening, but
you don't have to do that. I'll do those.
the
parts.
thing
I
that's
got those
on the recording when you all buy the album after we're done here, right?
Pay what you will.
$1 million.
Yeah.
You let me sing a bunch of harmonies, so like there's like a couple Sarahs, so I have to choose a Sarah. I don't know which one.
Sarah, plural, is still Sarah, by the way.
I don't know which one's happening, and you don't either. It'll be fun. Let's find out.
So we don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, we've never played together, so this might fail, and that's okay too. The song's called Just for Show. Wasn't much to look at, but he had a heart of gold. He'd give the shirt off his back just to keep you from being cold. Didn't live perfect, but he tried to live right. He'd give up his pride just to end the fight. It's the eyes that speak for the soul. The bonnet on top is just for show, and it's okay if it starts to go, as long as we never let go of love. She never stopped working, there was always someone in need. She'd mess up pain she felt every day so nobody would see. She didn't live perfect, but she was pretty damn close. Her love was like a magnet, she kept her family real close. It's the eyes that speak for the soul. Youthful beauty is just for show, and it's okay if it starts to go, as long as we never let go of love. It's the eyes that speak for the soul. The bonnet on top is just for show, and it's okay if it starts to go, as long as we never let go. It's the eyes that speak for the soul. Youthful beauty is just for show, and it's okay if it starts to go, as long as we never let go of love. Of love. Of love. Told you, Mariah Carey. Thank you.
Okay. How do you follow that, you know? Okay, well, I have a sad song. Well, it's kind of a sad song. It's
Sad songs are the best.
well,
They say so much.
They do.
well, I wrote this for my biological mother who came over here at 17 she had a pen pal, and she got her, and he was 53. And she had 16 children with him. But she only was able to raise 4. So I wasn't one of them. But I wrote this for her. It's called Circle of the Sun. Oops. The walls of this house, the twisted, tangled windows are sitting askew, and the ghosts that hover up in the attic are memories that she never knew. And she, like the tree growing nearby, its branches reaching and strong, but he took from her soul the gifts that she'd sown. She wonders how to hold on, and the earth will circle the sun once again. Will her broken heart ever mend? So when the storms break, the tree bends and sways, gathers the scent of the moon, and she looks at the stars, knows from afar they see the same light too. So when that house shakes, it crumbles and falls, she knows what it is she must do. So she says her goodbyes, takes her last thread of pride. Let's hope to carry her through, and the earth will circle the sun once again. Will she ever be whole in the end? But in her new house, with walls straight and the windows have a clear view, she'll gaze in the mirror. Is the image a reflection of you? Well, now the old house stands all alone, quietly falling to ruin. It's forgiven its past, found peace at last, carefully closing the wounds, and the earth will circle the sun once again. Yes, the earth circles the sun once again. Thank you.
Do this first. That's what I'm doing first. I think I'm going to do a song that I kind of wrote for my parents. Also, they were going through a time that was deeply challenging for them, and I hated watching it. And so I wrote this sort of as a hope of comfort to them. It was the first prompt that we had of the new year that year, and the word was sour, which isn't necessarily a word that's fun to sing, but it worked out okay. There, things didn't work out like you wanted. Once again your heart is haunted by the ghost of dream that ran to be. You've all been there, holding it
bad hand from a raw deal. Certain no one knows how lost you feel. 'Cause if they did, wouldn't somebody be looking for you? Oh, our best laid plans won't always come to fruition, or we'll find we cannot bear the true cost of admission. We grow dizzy from the constant state of contradictions, so it only makes sense when we fall down. And then we get a bit of sweet to tame the sour, or we stumble on a single match in the middle of your darkest hour. Oh, unanswered prayer really looks like a wish come true. There, I've made that mistake too. Now what? I think you pull yourself together. Trust me, in the end it's better if you're the one to take the strings and tie the bow. Oh, our best laid plans won't always come to fruition, or we'll find we cannot bear the true cost of admission. We grow dizzy from the constant stream of contradictions, so I'm never surprised when we fall down. And then we get a bit of sweet to tame the sour, or we stumble on a single match in the middle of your darkest hour. Oh, unanswered prayer really looks like a wish come true. There, I've made that mistake too. I've sworn it was the last time, when I knew I'd just begun. I promised to stick around, even as I turn to run. I've kept my head beneath the sand while longing for the sun. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. And then we get a bit of sweet to tame the sour, or we stumble on a single match in the middle of your darkest hour. Oh, unanswered prayer really looks like a wish come true. There, I've made that mistake too. There, I've made that mistake too. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-dum.
Thank you. I was feeling the stool getting in my way. Like, I'm not used to sitting anymore when I sing. And so I was like really,
Was it turning on you?
well, no, I was just really like stool dancing. I was like, people are going to wonder what's up, but it's just, I don't know, I'm used to standing. And if I stood up, no one would know the difference. I'm the same height, so I could have just done that.
You still can. We're doing parent songs, so
It doesn't show.
This one, I don't remember what the word was, but it's funny how when we get a word prompt, how immediately you think of something. And I can't remember if it was t-shirt or piece of clothing or pocket or why I thought of pocket t-shirts. And my dad wore a pocket t-shirt literally every day of his life. And he had his pack of smokes in there. And when I was growing up, I thought my dad was Popeye because everything he would do, like any handy things he did around the house, his cigarette would be in his mouth. This is not a cigarette, but kind of like that. And then the smoke would be going up, so his eye was closed, and I thought he was Popeye. And so I'm gonna write about my dad, and then there's like the first lines, a 40-minute walk on a Sunday evening. My dad worked nights at Kemp's, and they lived northeast, and I Google mapped it. It was a 40-minute walk. He walked to work, and so that was his way to start the week. And he would always get there. By the way, Angel knows this. He would get to work an hour early so he could smoke his cigarettes, drink his coffee, and read his paper. So this is my dad. Yeah, the song's called Pocket Tea. Sunday evening, not the worst thing in the world. Cigarettes in my front pocket, one clenched in my lips as the smoke begins to whirl. See, I do believe it's the little things keep us spinning. I do believe it's the little things. I'm not much of a social mixer. I don't like to go out, but I'm told I'm a likable guy. My wife, my kids, my work, we do what we can to make it work. All we can do is try. See, I do believe it's the little things keep us spinning. Yeah, I do believe it's the little things. Thank you. Thank you much.
Let's see. All right. Well, this one, where my house stands used to be a cemetery. And they moved the cemetery, but I think a few folks got left behind. I found a headstone in the backyard with the name Mary on it, and my garden is extremely lush in that area. So I wrote Mary a song. It's just called Mary's Garden. Happy song about death, yeah. Mary rests in my backyard, neath the large gin daisy. How she ended up there, just a little hazy. Nestled deep beneath the leaves with roots up overhead. Mary in my garden, she's not really dead. The greens above are thick and lush, petals large as found. Everything grows better since Mary's been around. Moonflowers bloom at night because Mary's there. She used the thorns of roses to comb through her hair. Bluebells sway softly as she passes by. Plants in my garden are climbing to the sky. Back in 1823 when she was buried there, think she could have guessed she'd raise flowers all these years. Greens above are thick and lush, petals large as found. Everything grows better since Mary's been around. When I pass over, do a favor for me. Plant me in the garden, right next to Mary. Thank you.
You're a good guitar player. You're right, great songs. You're a
Yeah.
great singer, but dang.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
What kind of guitar is that, too?
It's a Loudon. It's Irish.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know what to sing, you all. That I like whenever I come to these rounds, I come prepared with like a bunch of ideas, but knowing that there's some amount of response, you know, like I'm not going to sing my song named Mary now. Just kidding. I don't have one named Mary.
If you do, I'll write one right after you're done.
Okay. In like a minute. I don't doubt it. You totally would.
Not gonna be good, but I'll do it.
Oh, we had this really great story. I also have a duo that I perform in sometimes with an artist named Vicki Emerson. She's been here also. And we had worked, this is all gonna feel really appropriate in a second. We'd worked on a song together that we'd written called Wyoming, and we were very excited about it. And we got really keyed up to perform it at this gig. And we were like, here it is. We're doing it. This is the day we're debuting it. No, it's for sure this day. And we were sharing the bill with another act, and that act was out in Nashville, and we didn't know them very well. And they went first, and they were like, all right, you guys, we're getting ready to do our new song. It's called Wyoming. And we're like, what? What? And then it was like amazing, and we were like, so about that. We're totally saving that song for another show. We're not debuting it tonight. Okay. I just finished a song called Laramie not too long ago. So I have apparently a bunch of them, like songs about the state that I've never been to. But when we wrote Wyoming, we were driving through this town. So all that to say, I'm going to sing a song called Houston. I'm also going to hit my pedal. I'm so out of practice. Lord. Do you remember Houston? It's midwinter air on our Midwestern skin.
just warm enough we couldn't hide our grin. Anywhere we went, we begged to sit outside. There were palm trees and cobblestones, a combination you don't find back home. Buildings scrape the sky, but folks move slow. We took our cue from them, and then we took our time. Maybe the breeze was easy, maybe the moon was high. I wished I'd paid more attention, stitched every detail, the folds of my mind. Oh, I think I took for granted we'd be back there soon. I think I took for granted most things about me and you. Sunken chairs at the front porch bar, the customary flag with its single star. A corner singer with an old guitar asked us to sing along, and oh, we tried. We laughed until we cried. Maybe the breeze was easy, maybe the moon was high. I wished I'd paid more attention, stitched every detail, the folds of my mind. Oh, I think I took for granted we'd be back there soon. I think I took for granted most things about me and you. I didn't know then, but I'm figuring out as those were good days we had. Those were light years that now seem light years away. So I'm calling to say I'm sorry. And have you been? Do you remember Houston? Houston. Maybe the breeze was easy, maybe the moon was high. I wished I'd paid more attention, stitched every detail, the folds of my mind. Oh, I think I took for granted we'd be back there soon. I think I took for granted most things about me and you. Most things about me and you. Do you remember Houston? Houston.
Thank you. That was for the Astro prompt, Ted, just in case you were wondering.
Oh, that makes sense.
Every song that I have probably is a prompt song, too, so.
Yeah, so this is a show for originals. Is it okay if I do a cover? If it was original to someone, and it was written by a songwriter, a very fine songwriter, mind you. It actually was one of our song prompts. It was, I think, the prompt was Lemon. This summer was kind of a poop show for me from a work perspective. I did not get to participate in a lot of the songwriting, but I would try to watch when I could. And my friend came with a song, and he started it. It was like, I don't know if this is a song. It's just, I don't know. It's very good. That's not how he sounds. But that's how I sound when I tell the story.
Horrible Doyle.
Right, that's a horrible Doyle.
Which is a good
I don't
band
know if
name.
it's very good. He played this song and just captivated me, and I was like, oh, Doyle, that's a song. Can I borrow it? I promise to bring it back when I'm done. And you're told that when you borrow something to give it back better than it was, and I don't think that's possible, but I'll do my best. This song's called Love is a Lemon. Love is a lemon, and I wonder why. It can taste of pulp and burn your eye, but in the right hand, with a little time, it becomes sweet lemon pie. One look in the mirror, and I can plainly see I'm not there yet, where I should be. Sometimes a lemon without a prayer, with no warranty beyond compare. God is my pen pal, he spell checks these songs. God's punctuation is never wrong. He sets a tempo with notes in the air. He told me once, I'm beyond compare. So I believe, so I sing, so I give myself to all things, broken and screwed up beyond repair, broken and screwed up beyond repair. Oh. Love's never perfect, that much is true. Sometimes it feels that way for me and you. And I can't compare myself, there's too much we share, you and me, beyond compare. Love is a lemon, and I wonder why. It can taste of pulp and burn your eye, but in the right hand, with a little time, it becomes sweet lemon pie. Thank you.
Let's see. All right. I better double check it or it'll drive me crazy.
I feel like when I'm listening to you play guitar, it sounds like you're playing a nylon string.
Yeah, sometimes I use a silk and steel. They're really soft.
It's gorgeous.
I saw one get very bendy, and I wondered what was, yeah.
How can I be that far off? Okay, there we go. Okay, well, this is my pandemic song. I have some friends that make dark movies, so I thought maybe I can get them to use it somewhere. Tailgate my claim to fame. Okay, so it's called Carry On. There's a time in your life when you're at your wit's end. Is it fight or flight? Which will be your friend? They say you will be stronger, they say you must hold on. So grip with all your might and learn to carry on. You carry on. Just carry on. All the while they watch to see what you will do, hoping that the path you choose might be right for them too. As a crowd they will applaud you, yeah, keeping to their side. They want to learn your secrets, so they won't have to hide and carry on. Just carry on. Just carry on. Go with the flow. Those who know best will tell you so. Hold up your head. Don't drag your feet. It's not the end. You are not beaten. As the years pass, trail you leave behind, leave ruts upon the earth. Well, life's really been quite kind. So to visit others who got you to this place, answers that they seek behind the smile upon your face. Just carry on, go with the flow. Those who know best will tell you so. Hold up your head. Don't drag your feet, it's not the end. You are not beaten yet. Thank you.
I'm gonna do a love song. You guys in the mood for a love song? Yeah, good. This song is an example of sometimes when you get a word, I don't know if you've ever had this experience, Ted or Mark, but sometimes when we get our prompts, and we'll just keep talking about this and over again, because I will say this. There was a time in my life when I had 2 little babies and I was telling people I was a songwriter, but I wasn't writing any songs. And I was tired of that. And then just about the time where I got really tired of that, there was this thing that popped up on Facebook, and it was like, we're starting this challenge, and you can write 12 songs in 10 weeks. And I didn't even know the person who started it, but I was like, this post scares the pants right off of me. But in the good kind of pantsless fear. So I went to my husband, and I was like, here's the deal. I know this is going to be a lot, but I want to do this. And doing it changed my life in untold ways, because that was 2014, and now I've made like 3.5 albums filled with songs from this, and I'm getting ready to go record another one, and I've made so many friends, and so that's why we keep talking about this, because it really is a game changer. So if you are interested in writing songs and like changing your life, no big deal, you can join us. We're very friendly. Most of the time.
Most of us are.
Right. We're all nice. Except for that one, Ted. But sometimes a word will come up and it will be like, oh, I hate that word. I don't want to write about that. You don't have to use the word in the song. That's not a rule. You just have to be inspired by the word. And this time the word was sterile. And I saw that and I just made this face. I don't want to write about that. And then I like vomited this song up shortly thereafter, which is not sterile in itself. Go ahead, or you can say anything, or you can say nothing at all. I don't mind. If we sit in the quiet, I'll hear the change in your breath as I start to trace your fingertips with mine. And oh, I know better than to harbor expectations of where this might be going. Oh, I have only one condition. If you're gonna come to me, please don't come clean, don't come perfect, don't come shiny and new. I wanna see behind the curtain. Show me every speck of dust that makes up the whole of you. Come a little messed up, come broken, cracked wide open. 'Cause I got a feeling that's how the love gets in. Ooh, ooh. Go ahead, when I turn my face to you, you can close your eyes or search my own. Then whenever you're ready, you will find me here, unafraid to take things slow. Oh, I know better than to give into illusions of what lies beyond this moment. Oh, I have only one condition. If you're gonna come to me, please don't come clean, don't come perfect, don't come shiny and new. I wanna see behind the curtain. Show me every speck of dust that makes up the whole of you. Come a little messed up, come broken, cracked wide open. 'Cause I got a feeling that's how the love gets in. Ooh. 'Cause I am messed up, I am broken, a million pieces wide open. So if you're gonna come to me, if you're gonna come to me, please don't come clean, don't come perfect, don't come shiny and new. I wanna see behind the curtain. Show me every speck of dust that makes up the whole of you. Come a little messed up, come broken, a million pieces wide open. I got a feeling, yes, I got a feeling that's how the love gets in. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, word prompts that kind of make you angry. We've had a few of those. I've had a few of those. But this one in particular, what we were told to do was go to Google, put in your first initial, and hit enter. Did I get this right? I hope I get it. Either that or I did it wrong.
No, that was it.
You get to choose from the top 7 or the top 10 options, and every one of them I put in T and hit enter, and every one of them was AT&T. And I'm like, what in the... How? And I'm wondering if I have some kind of ad stuff going on my computer. I have no idea why that is, but so I'm like, well, I'm going to get you AT&T. So I wrote this little love song for AT&T. And if anybody works for AT&T or if it's a sponsor of the cable network, I'm so sorry for this, but because it's really an ad for Verizon, I think. So yeah.
Right.
It's called AT&T. Well, I can play it, right? I know how to play my songs. There we go. AT&T, ain't you got nothing for me? My phone don't flip anymore, and it never rings. It just buzzes and bings with little words all over the screen. Nobody calls anymore, and now we can't even hug anymore. What the hell are we living for? Nobody knocks on my door. I wrote this in the pandemic too. AT&T, you ain't got nothing on me. I paid my bill 3 months ago. I'll see you in another 3. You can't take what I don't have. The factory done closed its doors until it's safe to breathe again. And being together's no longer a sin. Oh, how I miss way back when. AT&T, are you even still a thing? I heard Verizon came to town, shut Sprint and T-Mobile down like a game of Monopoly, and now we're all slaves to the company, the same company that furloughed me and put my family out on the street, and that ain't right. AT&T, how I miss those simple days when T9 was all the craze, before the algorithm haze, before emojis were expressions of love. We had home cooking and the Lord above, and we swept the rest right under the rug. Nobody needed to know, nobody needed to know, nobody needed to know, nobody needed to know. AT&T.
Who's your cell provider, Ted?
I use AT&T. No, it's Verizon.
Well, this next one, I read the book The Hidden Life of Trees, and what goes on underground and in the woods is pretty incredible. And I do know just from experience that the first thing that happens when you step into the woods, everything goes quiet. And then things start to wake up around you once you're in there. So there are no words to this. This is just an instrumental, but it's what I think it sounds like when it's there. And if you can imagine a few crows calling and a few other things going on here.
Thank you all for being here. This is so special. Thank you to the Hallberg, everything, the center, the family, foundation. Thank you to Caleb. Thank you to Breeze for all those nice words. Thanks to Cathie and Ted for being so fun to listen to. Can I take a picture of everybody? Yes, you can't say no. It would be so awkward. And I'll tell you why. Every week, to keep myself sane, I have a couple gratitude practices that I do, and one of them is on Friday around 4 o'clock. I post 5 things that are good and that I've delighted me in some way. Sometimes it's pickles. Sometimes it's a song that's making my heart burst open. I call it "Tell Me Something Good," and it's sometimes it's really hard to find what's good in the world. We've had a day as a universe, but I have found that looking for those things anyways is helpful. And you guys are for sure gonna be on the list, because being back in an art center, especially, I don't know, there's a couple places like this throughout the country. They're real special. You're special to have, it's special having one in your community, and they make the world go round. And this song is about gratitude, so that's why that was the longest lead up. I used to live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I co-wrote this song with 2 friends, one who had just gotten out of rehab, and he was really grateful to be on that side of those doors, and he brought this idea to my living room, and I've gotten to sing it ever since, and I feel really grateful for that. So it's called Grateful Moon. It's a grateful moon I'm living under. It's a grateful life I'm living through. I take my time, sit back and wonder at the changes I've been through. got a quiet heart that keeps on beating. Got a quiet mind that keeps on dreaming. I don't think twice. I like that feeling of nothing but living to do. Uncomplicated, I'm fascinated, just watching the clouds roll by. I got a little something, baby, that's better than nothing. Yeah, I've got everything I need. There's a million stars that look like diamonds and a million reasons for silver linings. It's a grateful moon that keeps on shining down on me. Uncomplicated, I'm fascinated just watching the clouds roll by. I got a little something, baby, that's better than nothing. Yeah, I've got everything I need. There's a million stars that look like diamonds and a million reasons for silver linings. It's a grateful moon that keeps on shining down on me. Shine down on me. Shine down on me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I see the tell me something goods every week, and I don't always like. So Sarah encourages others to share, which
That's
is really awesome. I think that's what fills you up, right?
Oh, for sure. Me posting it is, yeah, thanks for mentioning that, because what it is that the next day that all these other people are sharing good things.
Yeah, and it's wonderful to read all those. I don't always comment, but I do have one this week because, you know, Sarah mentioned I won this award for the video. But she didn't mention that Sarah won Songwriter of the Year. Songwriter of the Year.
Thank you.
Could be Songwriter of the Century, but yeah. See,
I'll slip you a
wise
Dairy
person
Queen.
once told me, just say thank you.
thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Sarah told me that one, so. Yeah, and so I'd like to, this is kind of, I wouldn't normally end on, I'm going to end on a sad song if that's all right with you. Because we wrote this together, and it's sad, but it's also a song, it's a deep song of comfort. A dear friend of ours lost his dad last fall. And I reached out to Sarah, I'm like, Sarah, I want to write a song for him, and I don't know, maybe we'll bring him some comfort and make him cry. I like making people cry. I'm such a jerk. So we wrote this song, and it's got all of Sarah's magical lyrics all over it. We've never sang it together. This is the thing. We would trade these things over an iPhone note thing, and I think we sing it differently and play it differently, so I don't know how this is going to go, but it's a song called Rest Easy, my friend. Have you seen a maple from its green become red? stand there in full glory, then let loose to the wind. Yes, we're sure to grow old. Terms were clear from the start. But with every soul long, there goes a piece of my heart. Now one chapter's over, in the blink of an eye. Seems every hello finds a way to goodbye. But I'm a deep down believer that we'll meet again. This isn't the end. Rest easy, my like something in fashion, bound to go out of style. Like the bloom on the rose, only lasts a little while. And we all have our seasons, seasons all turn. I don't know the reason, but I'm willing to learn. Now one chapter's over, in the blink of an eye. Seems every hello finds a way to goodbye. Rest easy, my friend. This isn't the end, no. Rest easy, my friend. Rest easy, my friend.
Well, this has really been a lovely evening for me to get and share the stage with these two talented people. So, well, the last song I'm going to do is about a dog sled race. It's the John Bear Grease dog sled that they just had at the end of January. And one winter I went up and volunteered on the Sawbill Trail. It's about 6 miles down a logging trail. There's nothing out there. but frozen little people in tents, waiting for the dogs to come through. So I wrote this song about that, about kind of why the people do it. Tree silhouette, pale skies, stars cross the moon, ice crystals swirl, the dawn will break soon. Found the North Shore Trail, Sawtooth Mountains lie ahead, John Berry springs on news, with four-leggeds and a sled. So capture the spirit of all of the wild in your own heart. Answers you seek lie with Mother Earth and the sky. Frosted muzzles lead the way, 400 miles lie ahead. Bitter winds drifting snow will continue till trails end. Ceiling of stars above your head, venture passing at your feet. 'Cause what forest gives is everything we need.